I wanted to do this video on some of my favorite sanding tools that I got. This one here is basically a toothbrush where the head, the bristles are pulled out, and you make your own, you add the hook and loop there. You cut these yourself. You can make them with a hole punch like that. You can get a set of 9 of these, different sizes, from Harbor Freight for $10. And the cheap hook and loop stuff from Lowe's or Home Depot, you can just take it outside and make as many as you want, you know. The heads are interchangeable, so once you have this one here was cheap, $6. That was a couple years ago. They've gone up in price to $10, which is not bad. With the different heads, like I said, you can have a fine paper, you can have a much coarser paper. Then there's the newer version I got yesterday. I went down to Walmart, and this Equate version, that's $10, and actually the heads go back and fit the older version too. But you use this, you can save one of these for cleaning the body like I do with soft scrub, and just brush it down with this. It's really good to get into all the nooks and crannies. Saves your hands if you have arthritis, you know. But I'll take this one here and I'll show you how I make this guy. Now this was, I think, was on Barbados Rex, and I think HBI guy made one as well. And it's a really economical way of doing this because they're cheap. I mean, you go over to Micro Mark and you spend a lot of money on a sander. Basically, you can get the I get like a lot of tools, and they come with the straps that are Velcro, and I just save the straps, and I'll cut the side that's the hook part with this and make the correct diameter around this, which is pretty easy to pull apart. All you have to do is grab it with a needle nose or a square nose. Just put them on there and then pull them right the hell out. And that's it. And once you get this thing all the way down to where it's smooth and there's no more bristles, you just super glue the hook part of the hook and loop part, and it'll look like this. And you make these, and that's it. It's real nice because you have stuff like, if you can see this one right here, that injector pin mark right there. As you can see, there was 4 of them. This is the snap kit of the 65 Dodge, right? And I don't want those pins sticking out too far, so I just cut them down and sand them down. So when I put the glass in, they'll just be locating pins instead of, because I'm going to glue them in, I'm not going to snap them in. But with the coarse head here, you can get in there pretty easily. And you can sand that out. The coarser the paper, the faster it's going to go. Now some people want to leave these in there, but even a box stock kit, I like to clean up all the ejector pins, the ones that you can see, because I like to do the roof on it. I like to do the interior color inside, so the headliner matches the car or matches the interior. And as you can see, just a little bit of time, and it's knocked down a lot of that off. It'll keep knocking it down continuously and keep going. You can just see that right there. Like this one here. This is the hood to the old building. You can see the large ejector pin marks. You take the course and you go over them first. This gives it tooth for the filler to hold on to it. So you get them to the point where they're pretty smooth. It's like having a little miniature DA sander. I'm going to do that, get all of them done. Then I'm going to use a 2-part glazing putty on them, and we'll check it out, see how it looks afterwards. Another type of sander. This is a Beauty 360 nail sander. It comes with a couple of good grits and a couple of really fine grits. This, you could actually take the head and cut it and make the the hook and loop type pad for it if you want to, but I haven't needed to do that. But this also can be used, and it's a really nice way to do some finish sanding. All of these can be actually wired as well. You can wire these and take them apart and wire them out and use a DC train controller and actually never need batteries at all. And actually more power with a train controller, so you can up the voltage. Alright, well that's the nail tool there. We're going to make a little bit of filler here. One of the things I like to keep around are the old credit cards. The credit cards are flexible, as you can see. So you can cut these and make little miniature spreaders out of them. Okay, you can add them to your handle. You see there's a nice soft one right here. And you can actually use it to spread your filler pretty easy. Like I said, I like using this guy right here. This is the Bondo version. I don't remember the part number on it, but when you go pick it up, it should come with a small bottle. This is the large bottle of the hardener. But it should come with a small bottle of hardener. And that's what you want. You want a 2-part, because the 2-part will take a lot less time. You can mix it up, and by the time you're 5 minutes in, it's already hard, ready to go. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry. The other glazing putties, the single part, just solvent style, they take a little while to dry. They also shrink more than these. This shrinks, but not as much as those other ones. You can mix them up equal. It just doesn't have to be equal, but it needs to be thoroughly mixed. And you have to move, because this stuff will get hard faster than the normal, single stage type filler. And you could just put it on there wherever you need it. Where those sink marks were from the ejector pins. Maybe someday I'll be able to say ejector without having to say injector. Gives you a much more precise way to put the filler on. I'm watching, see where the sink mark is. And because it's flexible, it's like doing a little bit of plaster work. It just smooths it really right out. Alright, we'll wait for that to get hard and dry, and I'll show it to you. Now that your two-part filler is nice and hard or set up, you can use either the smooth head or the coarse head. The coarse head's easier to get it done faster. I like to get it down to where I want, close to it, and then finish it with the 400 grit or better. And then I'll prime them. What's nice about this filler is you don't have to do it over and over again, so it doesn't shrink as much. Well, I'll get this done. I'll show you how it looks like finished. Okay, after sanding and priming, this is what it looks like. The ejector marks are all but gone. By a very light shadow. You can still continue to go on. You can prime it again and sand it again. But you can see how nice it came out. This trunk is going to have to open up. So I don't want the ejector pins there and marks there because it would look horrible that way. And since it's going to be painted body color as well. Well, that's what I wanted to show you. Some homemade tools that make it a lot easier for me and people with disabilities or people with pain in their hands, you know, could really benefit from using these tools. Thanks for watching.